Welcome back, everybody, to Grand Tactician, Civil War. I'm Grumpy Grandpa Gaming. This is episode 26 of our federal Spring of 61 campaign. Well, first things first, I just saw overnight that channel did hit 800 subscribers, and I'm very, very thankful to everybody who has come on board to this little adventure that we have going on here. Try to keep things straight during the recorded campaigns, but if you're on the live streams, things can get a little wild. So, to all the new viewers, welcome aboard and join in on the fun whenever you can. All right, moving on from there, we do have a new viewer unit, and that is for Dark Horse, Maine. And they are in 2nd Corps. They're in 18th Infantry Division. And that is the U.S. Marine Corps Brigade. So they're going to join in on the frolics that are happening in Missouri right now before we're going to way down to Arkansas. But moving on from there, we'll go into the historical record. And just as a reminder to everybody, these videos are always chaptered, so you can jump around to whichever part you do so choose. An article from the Grumpy Times, Tuesday Evening Edition, dated 14 April of 1863. Skirmish at Tishomingo. So far, the movement through the Indian Territory has gone off with very few hitches. This morning, shortly after leaving Fort Washita, Warder Ripley's Corps setting up a defensive position outside of Tishomingo, trying to prevent General Mansfield and 7th Corps from retaking the forts in Indian Territory. I heard General Mansfield jokingly said to General Grandpa that he could drive off those Rebs, just the 16th Division, cavalry, and a few guns. By 1:15 in the afternoon, when the 16th Division, along with the 5th Artillery Division, reached just south of the rebels' lines along the Sold Farm Trail. Shortly after setting up, batteries of 5th Artillery opened fire on flanks of the Rebs who were just standing there out in the open. With the sounds of the guns, I turned to look back down the road, and I could see General Grandpa coming with the 17th Division. Around 10 till, I heard General Mansfield give orders for the 16th Division to kick this fight off by just advancing straight into the rebels' flank. But shortly after 1, when seeing the rebels start to move north, General Mansfield said, "Looks like they're turning to go after my cavalry and ignoring my infantry altogether. That's fine. We'll just advance and roll them up from behind." After the battle, I spoke with Colonel Carr of the Yorkshire Yeomanry about what the cavalry was up to in the skirmish. Colonel Carr said, as they advanced dismounted, the rebel cavalry started to ride off to their left. So the 1st U.S. Cavalry rode after them, just as the rebels started to shift their lines to halt us. 1:30, as the infantry moved closer behind the rebels' backside, General Grandpa came alongside General Mansfield. He heard saying, "These guys want to turn their backs to my boys like bloody fools. The enemy generals handed me an easy victory." Not long after, the infantry brigade 1st Indiana started to fire. The Rebs started to withdraw from the field. Unlike in any battle that General Grandpa takes full command, the rebels got out with very few losses. At the end of the skirmish, the Union lost a little over 300 men, wounded or killed. The rebels lost around 1,100 men, wounded or killed, with some of the men taken prisoner. They started this fight with close to 13,000 men and no batteries to answer 7th Corps batteries. With the Army of Texas having lost most of its men, and where the 5th Corps taking Shreveport and 6th Corps moving in on New Orleans, the question arises, how would the rebels count the 1st Army and General Grandpa in the field? Letter, Sergeant Bremer, F Troop, Yorkshire Yeomanry, to his father, dated 15 April of 1863. Hi up, Da. Fighting season has begun, and we're now advancing into Indian Territory. The Yorkshire have moved corps and performed well in a small skirmish yesterday at a place called Tishomingo. For some reason, the Reds sorted a good plan to try and hold us off with less than half our men and 0 guns. What was their commanding thinking? General Grumpy sent us and our new friends in the 1st U.S. Cavalry north of the enemy position to distract the Rebs while the infantry got into position. Distraction worked pretty well, as the Rebs decided to move most of their men at us. It didn't work out well for them, as we've been issued with those excellent Sharps carbines and mowed them down. I counted almost 600 casualties inflicted by us, compared to less than 50 taken by the Yorkshire. Ratios like that, and the war could be over by Christmas. Moving out shortly, so I'll wrap it up here. Love to all at home. Billy and Hunter. As always, I do love these letters, news articles, and all the correspondence that is sent in by you guys and viewers following your units around the battlefield. Alright, so last episode wasn't very long, but we actually did get a lot done. Actually, I think that's the shortest episode I've ever done for this game was last episode. So, Second Corps went on this grand tour up here through the Northern Territories. In 2 months, actually in 1 month, they covered a ton of territory. Starting out in Evansville, chased away Stevenson's Corps from Peoria. They retreated up north here. We lost sight of them, and now they are reforming. It looks like they're plussing up from 5,500 men to 14,000. I still doubt they'll fight us. They might. I may have to go back and face off with them again. But we did secure Springfield, Peoria, St. Joseph, Missouri, Fort Leavenworth, and we have moved back into Missouri again. We were on our way into St. Louis, but a rebel fleet blocked us at the river, so we were coming back down the Rolla. Going to quickly resupply and then push back into St. Louis and then come south here to take on the Army of Kentucky, which has been sitting here for quite a while. So it may or may not be there. How old's that report? Yeah, these reports are from February. So they're 3 months old. Out here in the Indian Territory, 7th Corps made very quick work of the Fort Towson garrison and the Fort Washita garrisons. We did fight a small action here north of Tishomingo against Ripley's Corps. Then they dug in around, what's the name of this fort? Fort Arbuckle. We began a lengthy siege with them, and then the rest of the Army of Texas actually came down to join them. Now Greg's Corps is sitting there. No, they can't do anything. It looks like they're just kind of stuck there because they're not besieging the fort. 7th Corps immediately broke off action afterwards as we were out of supply, and they are now back down here outside of I can't remember this damn fort. Fort Washita, and they're building a supply depot because we were just straight up out of supplies. If we hadn't gotten to a lengthy siege up here with 2 rebel corps, we could have pushed right into the Washita Agency, but now they have to resupply. 6th Corps made very short work of making it to New Orleans and now up in Baton Rouge building a supply depot to resupply themselves, as coming through these marshes really, really affected the readiness of that corps. And this is probably going to be their limited advance for the rest of the spring-summer campaign season, as by my rules, this is as far east of the Mississippi as we can go because we couldn't secure Louisiana. We're not crossing the Mississippi here. But mainly, we're not allowed to cross the Mississippi here until 64. If following my campaign rules. 5th Corps is at Shreveport. They are building a supply depot because I immediately moved them after the 10th Battle of Dallas without realizing they hadn't gotten their readiness back up yet. So they took a readiness beating moving to Shreveport. So they are also building a supply depot, getting their readiness back up. And as soon as they are complete, we move them into Little Rock, Arkansas. And that goes with the plan here. So my plan for right now, so we'll discuss it here, is to push the rebel corps that are along this outer track here in the Indian Territory. I want to push them into this little triangle here that's made of Carrollton, Fayetteville, and Fort Smith. So I want to get 5th Corps here to Little Rock. I want 2nd Corps, once it has taken St. Louis and beaten down these 2 corps here, to move into Carrollton, while 7th Corps drives up to Tahlequah. And hopefully we'll have the rebels trapped here between the 3 corps. That's my plans for right now. We'll see if we can actually pull it off. Because, the best laid plans never survive first contact with the enemy. Alright, and also from there, it's actually now May 1st, so it's time to go over to May monthlies. Alright, current rate of our nation, it says triple B here, but we're actually triple B plus. Our debt, we did cut one more bond, so our debt is now at $1 billion. I don't even know if they actually had numbers that high back then. Current economic cycle is contraction. Shouldn't be. Should actually be growing right now since we're in the spring. It says our tax revenues increased by $32 million. I think that's the first time I've seen an accurate number here. We didn't construct any more buildings. So can't construct banks yet, and I'm not going to construct any more newspapers. Their cost The value on intelligence is just not worth it from what I've seen. Exports imports are 1.5 even on, and that's been even on for a while. And I think I've been seeing some rumblings in the Discord that this actually might be a bug. And I'm pretty sure it is, because I've never seen it stay even on the way it has been in any other campaign. Average core production over the last 3 months was 367 million, a change of plus 41 million. And we're still lacking food, iron, wool, all the regular stuff. And on top of that, we did start constructing 3 rail lines. So we are now building the Texas Shreveport rail line, the Louisiana, Houston, and Brashear rail line, and the Arkansas, Little Rock, and Dallas rail line. So 3, 4, and 5% complete, respectively. And they may or may not be done by the end of the campaign, depending on how much money I throw at the projects that I can pull up. Looking at finances, we're now down to we're still spending more money than we're bringing in, but we have brought that down to 172 million, and that's been dropping month after month. So we are starting to save money. We have the troops we need in the field. The only weapons I'm currently ordering anymore are Sharps rifles and carbines, and those are slowly coming into production. So as you can see, the rebels are still spending a lot, and we're just not spending anywhere near what the rebels are spending anymore. Like I said, I just got distracted there for a second, so like I said, the only thing we're ordering anymore are just the 2 types of weapons. We'll just look at that real fast. So we're only ordering the Sharps and the rifles and the carbines right now, slowly replacing everybody's weaponry. We actually have standardization for the carbines at 14 and the Sharps rifles at 11, so they're starting to come in a little more quickly than they were. I do have quite a few brigades actually armed out with these now. Not as many as I'd like, but 1st Brigade of 5th Corps and 6th Corps are all armed with them. And 1 Brigade of 7th Corps is armed with them now. So my grunts, the Bloody First, Derby Hellfighters, Midwest Raiders, Jersey Devils, 3rd Port Huron Infantry, and the U.S. Regulars all have Sharps. Next brigade to get is the 2nd U.S. Infantry. And everybody in these corps has Sharps carbines for the cavalry. We'll slowly get those out to the rest of the corps. Alright, moving on to intelligence. They've completed plantation mechanization, which should help get them more men in the field. No change with their relations with Great Britain. It says they recruited 700 men to 3 brigades, so that's probably a couple of 3 batteries right there. And started construction of another 6 ships, which I still don't know what the hell they're doing with all these ships. Morale of Confederate armors is currently at 68%. Recovered 13% since that battle, which did take place about mid-May. It says they're carrying out offensive operations. The only thing they got going on really is this corps that's hiding out up in Illinois, which is it's a bug and it's a gnat flitting around your ears. It's not really doing anything. Looking at the strategy, national morale, we're now at 66 to their 52. So that's a big change right there in the 1 month. That's a big change. Us taking Louisiana really dropped their national morale down. National support, we're at 58 to their 60. Morale of our army is at 60 to their 57. Men fielded, we have 207,000 in the field. They have 206,000 in the field. So they're keeping their numbers up, but they still have yet to surpass us in numbers. And honestly, they keep bringing these numbers up, and we just keep throwing them into mass graves. So we'll keep that going. Total casualties so far, we're sitting at 99,605 to their 282,530. I'm not even going to do math on that one right now. So things are moving very quickly for us. I'm not sure how exciting this episode is going to be, because the rebels have got to figure out what the hell they are doing and kind of stop throwing their troops away. Lost sight of the other rebel corps that are here in the Indian Territory. We only see Greg right now. So the other corps might be here at Washita Agency or Woka trying to reestablish themselves. I don't know. But, that should cover everything for right now. So I'll be back with the next major incident. Alright, it's now May 10th, and we have run into Loring's Corps of the Army of Kentucky just outside of St. Louis. So they are bringing 33,736 infantry, no cavalry, and 101 guns. Against our 27,862 infantry, 1,300 cavalry, and 59 guns. So we're going to jump straight into this battle. The only advantages they have an infantry and artillery advantage, but we'll see if they actually use that accordingly. So I'll see you all on the other side of the load screen. Welcome, my grunts, to the Battle of Franklin. So it is a meeting engagement on the Copperton map. So my plan is very straightforward. I'm sending the cavalry immediately through the town of Copperton up to this wall here, or this fence line here. So I want to fight the rebels along this fence line and stream. I thought about sending them this way, but they'd have to cross country here, and I'll just slow them down. So I'm sending everybody down the road. Immediately following the cavalry will be the 8th Infantry Division, followed by the 15th and the 18th, and the artillery will get up there whenever the hell they get up there. So that's just my immediate plan of attack. I don't know how far forward the rebels are deployed, so hopefully I can beat them to these positions here. So I'll get this army on the move, and I'll come back in once we're in contact with the rebels. All right, it's now 8:04 in the morning. We do have sighting on the rebels. My cavalry and their lead infantry got to Copperton at about the same time. There's a fence there. Let's see if we can't push up on that. Infantry is still coming up. It's going to be a minute before they get there, but we should be able to hold them long enough for the 8th Infantry Division to get into position. You're crossing the bridge. Let's give you some double time orders. So we got coming up to support the cavalry: Harper's Ferry Raiders, Dusty Britches, and the 5th German Rifles. You guys just dismount, remount. My troops are a little more strung out than I would like, but we should be fine. I guess I'm still waiting for their orders. It's the only brigade I have of cavalry I have, so they're attached directly to McClellan. It looks like it might be a few minutes still before they push forward. You have to look to go around the cavalry. I need the infantry up fast. It's moving at the double, right? Yeah. Whenever there's fences close to the road, always seems to hang the troops up a little bit. And that damn charge icon is stuck on again. Yeah, rebels are trying to move around me. But like I said, it'll be a few minutes still, so I'll be back. Alright, it's now 8:34 in the morning. The Buffalo Soldiers are in contact with Tennessee State Militia. So they never got their orders to move up. It does show them as flashing here, but their morale is at 49%. That's as high as it can go during a battle. Hopefully they can hold out long enough for the infantry to get into position, which they are. They'll be in position very shortly here, so just moving in now. And the Danish Life Guards, 2nd East Series, are on their way. And 33rd Ohio also, they're just finally across the bridge. And once again, the artillery is all over each other, so they're not moving very quickly at all. looks like we're pumping out at least 3-1 on the casualties with the Buffalo soldiers, and they're not going to be able to take that for very long. Even though this corps has been around for a while, these brigades really have no experience. I think they've only ever fought in one battle prior to this. Looked like they were spreading out to get around the cavalry. Now they're not doing that anymore. So their troops had moving this way, and I thought we were going to cross here. Did not look like they're going to be doing that. All right, Buffalo soldiers, let's... I can't give you direct fallback orders. Where's McClellan? Oh, he's all the way to hell back here. Get your ass up here, please. The way the artillery is going, I don't think they'll be up here for the first day of the battle. Marine Corps Brigade, start doubling. Carson's trappers, as soon as they clear the bridge, I'll start doubling them. And somehow the Cyclone blacksmiths have gotten mixed in. Start moving them up this way. I wasn't going to bring them up here originally, but they can build a line of breastworks here short of the stream bed. The rebels can use the stream bed as a false cover while my guys sit behind breastworks. Buffalo soldiers are running low on ammo already. We came into this. We should have had 100% ammo coming into this fight. So can't give them those fallback orders. All right, lifeguard's going to fall in right there. Gives a crossfire. So he's right next to them. I'm just shifting these brigades a little left from where they're going originally. So I can bring up the other division to extend to the right. McClellan, get your... What unit is that? That's got to be a glitch. That's got to be a glitch. There should be nobody going there. Unless the cavalry have been forced off. Yeah, Buffalo soldiers have been forced out. Okay. No fault of their own. They started this fight with low morale. And quickly went through their ammunition. That looks like rebels are advancing on the stone wall now. Bad idea. I actually haven't picked a battle brew yet. Let's see what I'm in the mood for. Here we go. Balvenie 14 Caribbean cask. 2 drinks left in that bottle, so Down to gold it goes. You guys are advancing right at the Harper's Ferry Raiders, Dusty Britches, and the 5th Germans. They already took a beating from the cavalry, now they're just marching right at us. What I forgot to do was turn off the AI. I would have turned these brigades myself. I just don't like the computer doing it sometimes. Because they'll turn brigades when, say, like right here, we got another force coming up on us. And that took them from green cover to yellow cover. You guys about to walk into a crossfire. 3,400 man brigade. That's pretty big. Alright, blacksmiths, let's start building some breastworks back here. Hold that because I want you to start from the edge. Davis's brigade is marching right at the USMC. So he's turning fire into them also. McClellan, get your ass up here. What the hell are you doing? I gave him direct movement orders, and it seems that slowed him down. I don't know. That was absolute BS. Davis is falling back under the fire. Tennessee looks like it's getting ready to break. You have Wheeler's brigade and Parsons. Parsons, that's the division. What other brigade is that? That's Parsons Division, is the name of the brigade. Okay. That's an early war unit that's still in existence. Earl Butt, let's get your division out this way, please. Davis Brigade broke with barely any casualties. They must have started the battle with low morale, but both sides have low morale. My morale's at 39.5 to their 48.7, so we more or less gotta try and hang on here. Inflict a ton of casualties without taking too many in turn, but I don't think these guys are well armed. They are marching very close to us before they open fire. I'm thinking this corps is still armed with mixed muskets. Artillery division is still way back there. See if I can't get one of these guns double timed up. Because they are just like on top of each other on the road. And that's what slows everything down. And I blame that on the division commander for not having his men properly spaced. Like, I only got the one battery marching at the double, but the rest of them are trying to catch up to them. That's annoying as shit. There's a lot of firing going on up here. Yeah, Wilcox Brigade pushing in. Gracie's Brigade. Not seeing all their infantry, though. They have a division that's not advanced yet. Yeah, I see some dust clouds off in these woods here. That could be a battery on the move, too, because they put some batteries up there. Looks like Wheeler's getting ready to break. Yeah, this corps hasn't fought either, so... See, we have no stars on our brigades, and they have no stars on theirs. So these are two pretty green corps, as long as they've existed, very green corps when it comes to combat. This is actually the 33rd's first battle. Guys at short range, get you out of that combat. Need to work on these breastworks and not firing. They are pushing hard on the left. Here comes another brigade, Pierce. But if they're throwing everything at my left, I'm going to shove the 18th Division at their left. That's exactly what I'm going to do. Never give me an opportunity to attack. I will always take it. Alright, 5th is starting to get flanked out. That's fine. Finish left guards. We'll end up here. Surreys. We'll end over here. And 33rd, keep fighting it out with Gracie. Guys are up on the wall. We got to get rid of them. Clown get his ass up here yet? Not yet. Come on, man. Ain't gonna be calling you a Little Mac much longer. I'm gonna be calling you a little slow-mo. Alright, Germans, fall back. Refuse the line. British, shift your fire. Danish life guards. Keep pushing into their flank. Yorkshire, same for you. 33rd, clear that brigade out. I need you advancing on the wood lot. yours separately. Push through that brigade. Can I give him advance orders? Very good, they're gone. 33rd up to the wood lot. Marines, get moving. Let's go. And German rifles are broken. But they were flanked out, and this was their first battle. Those guys off advance orders gonna move. They're pulling brigades out. Are they getting ready to withdraw already? There goes Tap, and he hasn't even fought yet. There we go, Danans. Keep advancing. I always say, never give me an opportunity to attack. I will take every goddamn inch you give me. Where the hell did this Confederate brigade go? Where's the 5th retreat to? All the way back here. Well, it's finally showing up. I think after this slow-mo up to the front lines, I might be stripping his command from him. Dusty Britches advance up. These advance. Start hitting that battery in the flank. Trappers, get up here, trappers. Get out in those woods and trap me some rebs. Or brigades. Are they trying to put this brigade out on my flank? Irish brigade, go get them. Don't go right there, just go there. Don't need you walking into the marsh. Just advance the edge of the march. Once the rebs start moving into it, we can finish them off at our leisure. Right, Marines are taking some hits while facing off against these guys. One last volley and bayonets. Bayonets, boys. Go get them. Hey, Dusty Britches, I know I gave you orders to advance. Move your goddamn asses. Prairie Raiders, turn direction. Looks like we have destroyed their grand attack here. They actually prepped up for a proper attack, too. There we go. Good job, boys. Be back at long range. That rebel brigade. Here we go. They're crossing into the marsh now. Irish brigade. Go bury them in the marshes. Where the hell are the trappers? What the hell are you boys doing? Get the hell up here. Almost leveled up. There we go, sir. Just advance a little more. Brigades out in the marsh. Go get them. Third, need you to change your facing. Who's this brave brigade? Wheeler? Upper Ferry Raiders. How the hell are you guys at short range? They just got into hand-to-hand combat. Dusty Britches. Go get them boys. Raiders, go join them. Give them the bayonet. Trappers are still lollygagging. Good spot to be in, Irish. Just stay out of that marsh and you can gun them down as you please. Nice little rebel duck hunt going on. Change your facing, change your facing. Alright. Flanks to us, Danish Lifeguard, bayonets. Surrey's bayonets, they're right on top of us. Go give me them, boys. Because we're charging into them, but somehow we're backstepping fit. These guys are supposed to be charging, but they're backstepping. The rebels were backstepping faster and we could charge at them. That's just... Where's that brigade? Oh, they got Williams guns on the field. Alright, go hit Hector. Capture me those 1-pounders. Brigade Battery down, go get the next one. The hell happened over here? Keep them in hand to hand. No, don't break on me, Harper's Ferry. Damn it. Why the hell could we not keep this? You gotta be kidding me. Lifeguards, go take care of that. What the hell happened down there? Apparently Parsons' division is made up of Iron Men. Finally, trappers are in the fight. What's going on up here? Why the hell did you turn your flank? Damn it, Mar. Alright, Marines. Once these guys fire, once more at the bayonet. Go get them. Trappers, go get them. Surrey's advance. You guys are exhausted. Just stop and shoot. Alright, 33rd. Come up and support the trappers. Better reform yet. Cyclones are still building. Alright, German rifles are reformed. Get the hell up. Nope, they have not. The artillery's still not here yet. Look at that. Even though I put this one battery at the double time, everybody kept up with them. Marines, what the hell is going on? This fight just kind of ended up all over the place. And the trappers just broke, but it's these Williams guns. They play hell on morale. It's the only thing they're good for. I'm kind of pissed at you, Robinson. Took you forever to get your men in the fight, and then you break. Sir is advanced against Deschler. William Ward is now wounded. Their brigades are reforming, but we got them still. Once the Irish finish off this brigade, I can bring them back in to help finish off what's going on here in town. Marines, let's get you back at long range. Need some of these brigades to reform. Alright, Buffalo Soldiers, let's get you back up here. Brigade, start firing again, please. And that's just a Rochambeau between Mar and Tappan up there. Finally broke those Williams guns. Advanced on Tennessee State Militia. They're ready to break again. Brig. Surrey's fall back. Very good. First engineer perk. Good. Have you stop building. Bring you up into the fight. I was just waiting for him to get that perk on. Range. Honestly, I love my scotch, but I feel like I should be drinking an Irish whiskey for this one. Alright. Advance on Wilcox. There is double time, please. Or finish up Tappan if you could, please. I need you down in town. Harper's Ferry. Damn, they took almost 1,000 casualties. Holy crap! I didn't realize how badly Oh, they were in that hand-to-hand down here. I don't know what the frig happened down there, but that still pisses me off. Alright, you're no longer flanked, so start firing again, please. Actually, come down here and help the lifeguards. Need to clear that brigade out. Finish breaking, tapping. Let's go. Cyclone, what the hell are you doing? Move. They stopped dead for no reason. Danes are about to get flanked. Surrey's about to break. Rebel AI might smell blood here. The counterattack is faltered. Alright, Marines have got their stability back. Franklin's going to keep its name for being a bloody battlefield with this one. Not in this campaign, but historically. Alright, Dusty Britches, come around this way, please. Artillery's finally making its way up. Germans, come back up the road, please. Marines, keep the Tennessee boys in your sights. Mara, stay on tapping. Buffalo soldiers, come down this way. We're going to charge out this brigade from the rear. This is one bloody mess of a fight. Alright, trappers. Bring it back up the road, please. Get that brigade into flank. Alright, Tennessee broke. Get this brigade into flank, please. 33rd really can't take too much more. Mar, how are we looking? Still have not broken tapping, but he's close. He's just on the edge of breaking, but we can't get him broken. Yep, they see what's coming. They're trying to move back. Oh, move up here, please. Lifesavers, go give it to them. Guards, change your facing. Come on, get over that damn wall and get into them. And there they go. Generally don't chase brigades down, but this brigade deserves it. They have pissed me off. Buffalo soldiers are ready to break again. Barely even touched them. Alright, Harper's Ferry, advance against Wilcox, please. Dusty Britches, come up here and replace the Danes. Actually, 5th Germans move right in. You're right there. Tell you what, East Surreys have done a good job for me today. Same with the 33rd. Mar, are we done up here yet? Not yet. Rebs had advanced right into the face of the Surreys, but didn't bring home the charge. Marines advance on Clanton. 33rd, same thing. Time for some house-to-house fighting. My artillery's still not in position. Those boys have got me so friggin' pissed off right now. Not lose that hand-to-hand, Surreys. Boys, stop. Just fire. Takes them too far to get caught in a crossfire. Oh, and they got brigades reform coming down the road behind me. Marines about face. Still a long range, good, even after the hand-to-hand. Excuse me. Alright, Dusty Britches, need you to come up into town. Surreys, fall back here and take a break. Rifles, take up positions where they were. Alright, Marines, lay it into them. Still haven't broken tapping. Why is Mar nervous? There's a detachment over here. Start coming into town. Buffalo soldiers. Out this way, please. Try and get on the flank of this brigade out here. And we're at 13% casualties. They're at 23%. This is a bloody friggin' fight. 33rd, ignore them. Dusty Britches, advance on them, please. Your division commander is up there. Come up here behind everybody. Get close to that commander. Is that the trappers? Didn't I move you guys into town already? What the hell? Dusty Britches, advance up to here, please. I need to relieve the Ohio boys. Their first battle, they have done some very, very good work for me. Use advance to defense. Might finally be breaking them now. Where are you taking artillery? Oh! Hello. Hello. Advance up here, get on their flank. These rebels do not want to give up the fight, but it is 1863 and battles start turning into this type of mess. More of a 64 style fight, but right time period. You disappointed me, Irish. Expected more out of you, Mar. Reform brigades now out of our hair. Let's see off that last detachment, please. Very good. And come back down here and hit Clinton. Marines are getting no rest today. That Parsons advancing out. Go hit him. He's getting ready to break, but this battery's not been touched yet, so that's going to be an issue. Ooh, and they just took a hit of canister. Damn. Buffalo soldiers just got hammered. Damn it, broke again. Doubt they'll recover this time. There's the bridge is stopping fire. Anybody pouring fire into Wilcox over here? Marines are coming back down. Blacksmiths, I need you to move up here and replace the 33rd. Danes, I want you to take a rest, but come over to this fence line over here and watch for that brigade coming back. Same with the Surreys. Brigades broken behind us, not that I could see. And my fucking artillery. Are you guys even firing? Now it sounds like some of you are still moving in position. There's 20s down here. There goes Wilcox. Very good. Bridges, turn on them. Still 2-1 on the casualties, so I'm happy with that, but it's just been a long, bloody fight. Everybody's running out of ammunition, which I find odd as we started with 100% ammunition for this battle. Or at least some of my supplies showed me. Alright, let's advance against Gracie. Spare Raiders, join them, please. Danes advance on Parson. I think I just need to straight up avoid this battery because they just have not fought yet, so they got plenty of morale. We got to break one or two more of their units. Trappers, get in on that. You guys have barely done anything this battle besides get tired. Mar's done a lot of damage to Tappan's brigade, but he just refuses to break. Probably because I got the corps commander and division commander sitting there. Those guys reform again. Damn it. Powell's brigade is reformed again. Volunteers, let's pull you out of that firing line. Snipers advance to there. Marines, back to the fence. I swear this battle's entering the realm of the ridiculous at this point. Pushing these skirmishers. Alright, sirs, let's go. Oh, thank God. Finally. That was a long damn fight. It looks like Pal's Reform Brigade broke again, and that's what broke the camel's back. Say that 3 times fast. Wait for the firing to die down, and that should be it. So let's speed this along. I was actually starting to think that with the way AI kept reforming, I was going to end up losing this fight. Oh. I mean, all the brigades broke for the most part, except like 2 or 3, but not a bad showing for the Corps. Could have been a lot worse. It almost was a lot worse. So we took down 9,500 of their 38,000 infantry. Got all 100 of their guns. Total loss of 10,500 of the 40,000 men the rebels had on the field. We lost 4,116 of our 27,797 infantry. 274 of our 1,300 cavalry. None of our guns, because those... I just had to stop myself from unleashing a string of curses at that point. But I'm seriously thinking about replacing the division commander for the artillery right now. Along with Little Mac, because of how slow he was in getting up into position. But our total casualties of 4,396 of our 30,047 men, so I think that equates to almost 30% of the men on the battlefield are casualties. Now let's save this real fast and go over to paperwork. Alright. Wounded officers, I think we just had 1. We'll take a look at that right now. I think it was Ward. Yep, just Ward. And the Danish Life Guard. Even losing their commander, they stayed in the fight. You don't see that too often. So Danish Life Guard, the U.S. Marine Corps, 33rd Ohio, those 3 brigades, and the 2nd East Surrey, those 4 brigades did the most work for me today. So one of them should be getting the Grumpy Seal of approval once we go through the casualty reports. All right, Buffalo Soldiers did 393 to infantry, captured 8. Brigade total of 401. Cyclone Blacksmiths did 416 to infantry. 15th Division Danish Life Guards did 946 to infantry, captured 22 for total 981. For all the fighting, their casualty numbers are pretty low. 2nd East Surreys did 1,004 to infantry, 47 artillery for 1,052. 33rd Ohio Volunteers did 1,018 to infantry, captured 82, 30 artillery for total 1,140. And this was that brigade's first battle, so they had a very good showing. 8th Infantry Division. Harper's Ferry Raiders did 1,148 to infantry. Took 2 prisoners, total of 1,150. So I think they actually... Did they do more than the 33rd? Yeah, they did. Huh. But then again, they were fighting up at the stone wall from the start of the fight, so that does make sense. Fifth German Rifles did 826 to infantry. Dusty Britches did 1,053 to infantry, plus up to 1,056, so they caused some casualties. The officer corps division total 3,032. 18th Division, U.S. Marine Corps Brigade did 459 to infantry, captured 119, 158 to artillery, captured 109, brigade total of 845. Irish Brigade did 813 to infantry, 46 to artillery, captured another 131. So I think some of those artillery batteries retreated through the Irish, which is why when I yelled at them for having the turned flank earlier, I didn't see those batteries retreat into them. Carson's Trappers did 107 infantry, 87 artillery, captured 128 for 322. And Burbank's Detachment, I think, came out of Marine Corps Brigade. They captured some 12-pounders, did 25 to infantry, took 12 prisoners, 20 artillery, captured another 33. So that detachment got 90. And they were running a pair of guns that they captured from a battery. 4th Artillery Division. Yeah, we are not going to talk about your division. Who's in command of you? Brigadier General Andrews, I think you might be losing your job. I think he might be losing his job. So it looks like the Harper's Ferry Raiders get the grumpy seal of approval for this battle. So it kind of makes sense. Like I said, even though the 33rd U.S. Marine Corps, Danish Lifeguards did a lot of fighting, I think the Harper's Ferry Raiders actually spent the most time behind the wall before they broke. And most of the rebels were attacking straight at them. They had like 3 to 4 brigades lined up on them at one point during the battle. So it makes a little sense. All right, we get closed out of here, and I'll see you all at the newspaper screen. Glorious victory at Franklin. So I didn't see it, but it actually did turn into a major victory. You know what? I did not check the officer casualties for the rebels. I totally forgot, but looks like we killed Brigadier General Holmes in that fight. Battle of Franklin's ended with Loring's corps retreating in panic. The enemies reportedly suffered total casualties of 10,526 men. There were 1,203 killed, 2,519 captured. Our casualties total 4,396 men, with 661 killed, 720 missing, and the rest wounded. Captured 5,000 rifles, 56 guns from the field, and sent 2,244 soldiers into our catch and release program. Totally forgot to check the rebel officer casualties. I have a feeling, with the way the fighting was happening, I have a feeling there's a lot of casualties in the officer corps. I think we were lucky with only having the one. Speaking of which, we got to replace him. And did the game replace him already? Yeah. McCall was in charge of the 5th Germans. There we go. They already replaced him. That was fast. I only just hit play. He's from Kentucky. Where's one Coop from? Pennsylvania. How many more Kentuckians? Excuse me. William Bull Nelson, and he's actually still a lieutenant. He's basically a general from the start of war, but he's an artillery commander. Actually, I got to go by seniority here. Where's my seniority button? Oh, there it is. Next up is Daniel Lindsay from Kentucky. We're taking command of that brigade. All right. Start moving you guys into St. Louis. Speed this up a bit here because I think it's a good place to end this episode. I'm thinking we're going to go one battle per episode from now on. As they're going to get longer and bloodier when we do fight them. The skirmish down in the Indian Territory is probably the odd one out. They're retreating into Illinois. Really? McClellan's readiness is down, so I want him in St. Louis. We take over St. Louis, he can recover his readiness faster. And I can get him down to where I need him. Because his next fight should be down in this way outside. Oh, they took Cairo. So we got to go resecure Cairo. Okay. That's interesting. Come on, Mac, get your men into fucking St. Louis. Pardon my language. Not really. Let's play here, and I didn't realize there was a depot here, so I know there's rebels still in the States. We're just going to abandon that. I can care less about the supplies. We have the money for more. Depot Peoria. Let's burn that down. These are all depots that the rebels built. We might have filled them up with our supplies. But I'm not going to leave them supplies. I'm surprised they have not moved against Chicago. So they have the ability to. Then again, I'd run right back up there with, who's out here? I think it's First Corps. Yeah, First Corps. I'd run First Corps up there to deal with that. They're not doing anything right now. Alright, we're inside St. Louis, so pause this here. I think it's a good place to end this episode. So once again, if you're a new viewer, returning viewer, not yet subscribed, please think about hitting that subscribe button. If you do, remember to hit that bell icon so that the next video comes out. If you like a brigade in one of my armies, please let me know in the comments below. Type of unit, status from, weapons, uniforms, officers, and I will oblige on all counts if possible. And as always, comments, please do keep them coming. And I will see you all at the next episode. Stay grumpy.